Hey ladies, I want to have a nice, calm makeup session. I just want to talk. I just want to get some things out. I had a rough day yesterday, so let's just get into it, okay? We're going to have a little therapy session going on here. I don't like doing my brows on camera because it takes so long, and then I wind up just talking and not doing what I'm supposed to do. I cannot find my NYX pencil, and I know I seen it, but I just don't remember where I saw it at. So let's have a little, well, I'm thinking about but slow down, Kelly, slow down. Okay, let's start from the top. Okay. I applied to the Sephora Squad. I'm sure you guys have seen, already. The applications are closed, so they are, I think they're doing a little bit different this year. If you have not left your girl a testimonial, go ahead, link is in the description. Just let them know, your girl will be a good asset to the Sephora Squad. Us women over 40, doing our thing, we're in this beauty community. We share things about our hysterectomy, we share things about our depression and anxiety, all the things. We're gonna get into some more stuff later, but we keep it going, try to be mindful, all the things. You see, I'm sitting here running my mouth and not doing my brows. So pencil that I'm using is the Benefits. This is the brow pencil, and I like it. It's okay. I like it. I wish I just would have got a lighter shade. I have to be very, very mindful when I'm using this pencil because this pencil can definitely give off some harsh brows. And we don't want harsh brows at all. So like I was saying, I applied to the Sephora Squad. And I've got quite a bit of testimonials. So I do want to say thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you and the things that you have said. I can't see what you say, not unless you download it. They're going to send you an email once you put your testimonial in. And if you want, then you can send it to me via DM on Instagram. And then, I'll post it. Because, I just want to, you don't have to put your name on it or anything like that. But, I can post it and, just let everybody know thoughts and opinions and stuff like that. Nice, kind, sweet word. Okay, so that brow was pretty much done. I've been having some really good brow days with this pencil because I cannot find my other one. This one here, I have to really, really be careful. Really, really be careful. I'm supposed to go get a haircut today, so we'll see how that goes. I am so used to having my haircut really, really clean. This is not a lot of hair. It's not a lot by any means, but I like it when it's bald hair, and it's the faded line right there. I just love that. It's not a real big deal, but I like it. So yeah, so I applied to Sephora Squad. And I guess they're going to use the whole month of September and October to go through all those thousands of applications. Because a lot of people applied. I mean, it's why not? You know what I mean? This is my 3rd time applying. I think I skipped a year. Or whatever the case may be. Yeah, I think I skipped a year. But I did. This is my 3rd time applying. And I'm excited, See, I can't talk and do brows. I'm excited, to see, what the outcome is. Either way, we are going to be positive about it. We don't do negative over here. We do positive, and we don't do anything less than that. We keep it positive. Okay? Because everybody has their time, and so forth and so on. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's that. But I'm excited, thinking positive. I'm trying to get my brows done. I really am. I'm trying to be a good girl. I'm trying to be a good girl with these darn brows. I feel like something's going on with this brow. which is my right brow. I have to look at my hand, but it's what it is. Okay, so the next topic I want to touch on is me managing 2 channels. I really feel like I neglect a channel. So when I start posting on the other channel in regards to, like, you know, podcast episodes or things like that, I neglect this channel. And then vice versa, when I get heavy over here. So I had to sit back and think about, how can I give the love to each channel and do simultaneously, you know what I mean? Because I don't have to post 3, 4 videos or 2 videos a week. And when I say that, like on both channels, like 2 here and 2 there. So you guys remember I asked a question, for those of you that do remember, and if you don't, you can still do it. I asked a question about, you know, what are some things you want to see, some things you want to talk about. And, you know, I put like aging graceful, starting over, you know, just like a little therapy session. And, you know, it's so fitting because, you know, this is like makeup therapy right here. We're just shooting the breeze and just talking. So I ask questions like, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to touch on? You know, us women over, just because we're, you know, 40 don't mean that we don't have things that we want to do. Just because we're 40 doesn't mean that we can't start over. We can't glow up. We can't talk about how we're aging graceful, talking about self-care, all the different things, managing our emotions. Because at the end of the day, you still evolving. When people say, oh, by now you should know, by now, yeah, you can know for what's going on at the moment, you know, and what's going on for the next 2, 3 years. But you can still have a, you know, you can still have a little moment where you're like, look, something got to change. And it's okay to change. Change is good, you know. I used to always feel bad when a person told me, oh, by now you should have this, or by now you should know this, or by now you should have let that go, or by now. But at the end of the day, you have so many life events and you think you have it all together and things just hit you in the head, and then guess what? All that by now you should have known is out the window, because now you got to pivot and you got to figure out how you can get through this escapade in your life. So, yeah. So I was like, you know what? I know I'm not the only one just taking things day by day, month by month, year by year, you know. So I asked those questions and I got some really good feedback, and I want to say thank you. I posted on our community tab because I feel like that's a place where we could just kind of like just talk. You know, I always say happy whatever day it is to you guys, because, you know, hey y'all, I love this concealer. This is the L'Oreal True Match. I'll leave everything linked down below. This is the L'Oreal True Match. This is in shade C7. It's not quite my skin tone, but it's still giving me what I need, and that's what's important. So now I'm gonna just buff this out just to, you know. My makeup look today is gonna be very, very simple. I'm using the tinted moisturizer from Fenty because all my brushes are dirty. They've been in my bathroom for a week, just sitting in like a little cup like this, waiting to be washed. So today I did go take out a towel to put on my counter so I can do my my brushes, because I have my core brush that I like. I need to buy some new brushes, to be honest, but I feel like I have so many. Like I have a lot of eye brushes, I have a lot of face brushes. I have a Ziploc bag down here on the floor with a lot of brushes, because the ones that I really love to use on a daily basis, those brushes are filthy. Filthy. So, yeah. So I also like to use a brow gel. Do I even have it here, up here? Oh, here we go. It's old. I need to probably get a new one. It's from Physicians Formula. It has brown stuff in it because of my brow. And I like to just put this on my brow. I usually put it on twice. I put it on before I start my makeup, and then I'll put it on after my makeup, just to make sure I'm locking everything in. I just like my brows to be just crisp. I like it. Sometimes they don't come out crisp. Sometimes they come out crispy. That's another day. So I'm gonna put on some primer. I've been going back to the basics, y'all. Went back to my e.l.f. Nothing too crazy. I do have a lot of samples of the Dior, so I've been really using those. Trying to use them up, and I have some other samples, but this is what's been working, and I just kind of stick to, you know, what works until I get some more. I do want to try that one size because, you know, I like a little matte face, right? I do, because, you know, through the course of the day, your oils and stuff seep through. So it's like, you know, it's okay. It's okay. So I'm gonna use a good old blush brush with some blush on it. And I'm going to use, this is number 7. Oh, this is 8 right here. I think 8 was the one that I was supposed to lock this. Oh, got some stuff on it. Oh, that's how you do it. I did lock it. Okay. Okay. I'll just put a little on. So yeah, so managing my 2 channels, what I am going to do is keep this channel, you know, makeup and vlogs. And since the podcast is pretty much, you know, talking about us aging graceful, you know, I'm gonna dig dive into all the topics that, you know, you guys brought up in the comments, and even things that I have brought up. I'm gonna go ahead and use that channel to have this conversation. So if you have not yet subscribed to my second channel, which is pretty much my podcast channel, go ahead, because we're going to have all those good conversations over there. We're going to talk about women over 40 glowing up, that second, you know, pivotal moment in life, because it happens to men too. All those things we're just going to talk. We're going to talk about self-care, depression, anxiety. It's so funny because even though I'm at a point where I know how to kind of troubleshoot when things happen with me now, you know, before I was just like a train wreck. So now when things happen and some things kind of like resurface and kind of trigger me, I have to sit back and say, that's a me problem. If even if a person tell me I triggered them, that's nothing to do with me. That's something to do with you. So if I know that something triggers me, that's a me problem, and I need to figure that out. Like recently I got triggered really, really bad, and I kind of like just shut down. When I say shut down, I shut down, and I had to say, Kelly, you got to regulate that. You got to fix that. And I had to sit back, and let me tell you something. I got into a space where I pretty much just like laid in the bed, didn't do anything, laid in the bed. You know, it was like during my work day, I was working, but I was thinking about it all day. I'll never forget, I was even at work this day, and I was going outside, taking walks, you know, just to kind of release it, you know, talking to myself, not in a crazy way, but in a good way. And I was like letting the sun just beat on me. Like I was like, I need this vitamin D. Like I just needed it to just help me. And you know, it soothed me. Then when I got home, I just kind of like just shut down. I just kind of like lay in the bed. I kind of like, and I said, Kelly, you have to fix that. You cannot be doing that. I mean, it happens. It happens to the best of us. And this is me being transparent. And I had to sit and say, Kelly, get it together. You know the techniques to get through this and get out of it. So not only me being triggered, me falling back into a slump, I was like, you've come too far, my sweetheart. You come too far. Like 2020 was rough for you, girl. We in 2024. We about to be in 2025. We gotta get it together. We gotta get it all the way together. So I was going through that. This brush is dirty now. This needs to go with the pal. I'm gonna put it in here so I remember. So yeah, I was going through that, and I said, you know what, Kelly, you need to really start talking more about these topics, because if you're feeling this, I know there's somebody else feeling the same way. Hope I didn't jump too much, but somebody stop, Kelly. So I was feeling that way, and I said, Kelly, you have to get it together. And that's when I thought about my 2 channels. And I said, Kelly, keep this channel right here, your vlog, your beauty channel. You know, you do your makeup, you do your vlogging, you're just talking about different things, having a good time. And then on the podcast, you still do video podcasts, and you can still have those same conversations. And I know you're like, why are you sharing this with us, Kelly? We don't give a darn. Some of y'all do. But I had to sit and say, you know, we can really, really have these conversations over there. So that's what's gonna happen. First episode should be up next week. I've been gathering all the topics you guys want to talk about, topics that I have even thought about, in addition to how we're gonna, you know, do this. I'm excited. I really feel like this is gonna be more of a cool down. This is just a highlight. This is from Makeup Revolution, ladies. If you have not put, this is like my 3rd one. If you have not tried this, this is the Makeup Revolution, the Eye Bright. They do have a brighter one than this, and I think I'm gonna get that one next, because this one is in tan. I'm gonna go a little lighter. It blends out really good. It's really just to put the shimmer under the eye. Now you can definitely use like a glow serum. I do have one that's on the floor right now, and I can't bend down. This is Tower 28. Girl, I can see you real good. Let me tell you. Okay. Yep. So that's it with the 2 channels. I'm gonna try. I'm not trying. Let me not say try. We're gonna keep that channel all about us aging graceful, having that good conversation, and yeah, we're gonna do all of that. We're gonna do all of that. So if you're not following the podcast on all your live streaming areas, go ahead and do so. The podcast is on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio. I said Spotify. Google just stopped. I think it's Google something. They just recently stopped. Pandora. We are everywhere, okay? Your girl made sure that the podcast was everywhere, because everybody is different places. So I can't sit back and say, oh, you know, let me just be on iTunes and what you call it. Yes, those are the most 2 popular ones. Those are definitely the most 2 popular, but other people are definitely elsewhere. And me looking at like my analytics and stuff, iTunes seems to be where majority of the audience is, who is listening to it via the podcast. The podcast. I like listening to a podcast when I'm in the gym. Girl, we gotta get into that. You could be going to the gym. Let me tell you something. Talk about that on the podcast. So I'll give you a listen because we still got our makeup to do. So I've been going to the gym. I was going with a coworker of mine, and I think I did tell you this. I was going with a coworker of mine, and I used my insurance. I really liked her gym. I really liked her gym. But I was like, you know what? If my insurance is gonna pay for me to go to a gym, it's like, Kelly, be smart. You know, even though you may like something, just be smart. You know, spend your money wisely. Don't just be throwing your money away because you can and you have it. You know, just be mindful. So I really want to go to her gym. Her gym was just so nice. It was so cozy. It was just nice. Small gym, not a big gym at all. But I said, Kelly, no. So I've been going to, I have 2 gyms that I go to. My insurance paid for both gyms. Girl, check out your insurance companies. Check it out. I ain't gonna stop talking about it. So, and if I already said this, please forgive me. I just want to like get the word out, because I know a lot of us do, you know, work full-time jobs just like I do. And I just want you to know that you can definitely use your insurance to, I'm looking for, girl, I've been using this hoot thing. This is called Peach Pie. Liking it. It gives a different look. It gives it, for me, in my opinion. It might look the same, but to me, I feel like it looks a little bit different. So I do like it. So I was going to her gym, really liked it. I was trying so hard to get at her gym because I just really, really liked it. I just liked the calmness of it. But it didn't work out that way. But that's okay. With the gyms that I do go to, they're really nice. One gym that I go to, I know quite a few people that go there. So I'm a kind of gym goer where I could get a little intimidated and I can, you know, kind of like shy away. This got a little fragrance to it. I knew I smelled something. I got a little intimidated, but I met some really cool people at the gym, which is surprising because when I was going to the Y, I ain't meet nobody. But this one here, the ladies were really, really nice. I done pretty much matted my whole face. I did like the T-zone area here, under the eye, my eyelids, and then here. I like to, you know, just pat in places. Really, really like this stuff. This will probably last me a decade, okay? That's why I really don't like to get full-size products. Really good, but sometimes you have no choice. But this will last me a lifetime. So we gotta use it up. So yeah, I've been going to the gym. I've been enjoying it, been meeting people, and I got hit on at the gym, y'all. I tell you, this dude came up to me. He saw me on the machine where you like I was doing like I think it's lateral press when you like pull down. Like you need me to spot you. Boy, come on. Spot me. And meanwhile, he was one of them slim dudes too. Ain't nothing against slim dude, but he was slim dude. I was like, we both be on the floor, okay? We will both be on the floor trying to find the bar, the weights, and the pin. But anywho, we got past that. So it was time for me to go. And he was outside, right? And he was like, you got a husband? You got a husband? I was like, and you know, he probably could have been my husband, but no. Y'all, I be feeling like sometimes I'm just not in a place to be dating, y'all. I just feel like, the quality of folks that are in the street, and they might feel like I'm the same way. Like they be like, you know what, Kelly can go sit down somewhere. But I do get out more. I am becoming to be. I'm definitely becoming a little bit more sociable. The camera cut off, so I hope I got it all. But nevertheless, I'm becoming a little bit more sociable. What I do enjoy, and I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, it's something that I used to be very afraid of. I will go out by myself now. And I've been doing that for a while. Like this solo dating thing, I have really been enjoying it because one, I'm a sociable person. I am very, very sociable. And I don't have a problem with going out and talking to people and just like, you know, but something about doing it at the gym is different. But going to a restaurant and being at a bar, or even if, you know, I go somewhere and just sit at, but back up, Kelly. If I go somewhere and sit at the bar and I'm just, you know, having lunch, like, I went to work last week, right? I went to work last week. I went to Bahama Breeze. Y'all know that restaurant. I sat at the bar, ordered my food, and I talked to the bartender, talking to another young lady. She was sitting at the other side, and she wanted to bring her stuff onto the side, and we were all just having a good conversation. I said, you know what? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I need. This is what I like. Nice and simple things. I got this NARS bronzer. Never used it. I did swatch it, but I've never used it. I'm gonna use it on my eyelid and see what comes of it. This is I think, what is this? Laguna. I don't know if this is gonna be too light. I don't know. Oh, this is like a good the transition color. This is what this is for me. You see that? I remember back in the day, the girls used to love them some Laguna, boy. But see, my skin tone is too deep for this. But it's good for the eyelid. It's definitely a good neutral. I have still not used that eye candy, hard candy. I'll use that maybe tomorrow. See that? So the plans for the channel, let's go back to that, because we've just been talking about a little bit of everything. I'm gonna probably just do a vlog, and then I'll probably just do makeup video once or twice a week. We're not killing it, you know, just letting you know, so you can definitely, I done got the damn eyeshadow on my bridge of my nose, so you guys can watch, be on the lookout. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna have the other stuff: mindfulness, self-care, glow up, aging graceful, self-care, over on the second channel. We're gonna do it that way to kind of keep it seamless. So go ahead, go over there, and if you're not there, it's okay. If you feel like we want to wait and see how things go, because you know, I get it, you know, you want to see. So if you want to wait to see how things go, that is fine. But I will post, since I know a lot of people on over here want to see content like that, I'll post it over on the community tab here. And then, you know, if everything's looking cool and copacetic to you, go ahead and subscribe, hang out with your girl, so we can, you know, you'll know what's going on. You'll know what's going on. And sometimes, let me tell y'all, sometimes I be like, Kelly, maybe you just should have did everything on one channel. But then I sit back and I look, and I can't even get it out. Let me spray. This stuff smells so good. But like I was saying, sometimes I sit back and I think, and I'm like, okay, you did do right, Kelly. You did do right. You did separate the two, and I'm happy that I did. But some days I do feel like I just put it all in one, because sometimes I feel like maybe if I had one channel, I wouldn't feel so pressure, if you will. But I had to sit back and say, Kelly, don't, you know, kill yourself, and don't think too much of it. You know, be easy on yourself. I'm gonna put a little blush on. Been a little blushy. Let me get the brush that I was using. I was using a foundation brush. I'm gonna go use the same and just dap it on here. So I really don't want, see, and it's already giving. You don't need much. This is the L'Oreal, y'all, drugstore. This is the L'Oreal Lumi. This is the it's like a, how can I say it? This one's called Dewy Rich Coral. It's like illuminating blush. So it's like a highlight at the same time. I like more of a lifting in my blush. I know people like to wear it more in the balls of their cheek. I like more of a lift because, one, I have a narrow face. So they say if you put it on the balls of your cheek, it may give your face to look fuller. But my face is narrow, and I don't have like really strong features. I don't have really strong features, so it's like I prefer it to go up. And I like how this, it's like a flush. It just looks like healthy skin, so it doesn't, you know, give off too much. I have not yet. Oh, I did try that pink one. Okay, so me, I could do pink, the corals, the orange, things like that. Me and the wine, y'all, even though I have, you know, brown skin, deep skin, whoo, for my liking, y'all are like, damn, why y'all go so hard? For my liking, it's just too much. I just can't. So we can't do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in and do some more. I'm gonna get the bronzer from here. I gotta buy a new one. I'm just gonna put a little bit more just to kind of warm it up. I feel like it's not warm enough. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some liner and mascara. Be right back. Okay, liner, mascara on. I'm loving how this is coming together. I do feel like I need to put just a tad bit more powder on. I feel like I put this tinted moisturizer on, and I also feel like my under eye is under eyeing a little bit. I don't know. My opinion. Don't quote me. Let me do some more gel on the eyes. I gotta kind of like do like this, so my eye, like this one does fine. The other one, okay. Okay, brows are set. Okay, so now for lips. Went back. This is my Sephora molasses. When I go back, I'm gonna get another one because this one's almost finished. Okay, very nice, very nice, very nice. For lips, I haven't used this in a while. This is like a lip gloss. This is from Milk. I think this is called Quest. Yes, this is it. Since I have on a tinted moisturizer, you know, kind of keep everything nice and light, I did put quite a bit of powder on to set. This is giving like, y'all, I am nailing this lip. I don't know if it's a lip pencil or the products that I'm using. I am nailing this lip. I like this lip. Because it's not quite nudie. It's giving a little like 90s, you know what I mean? Because 90s is like, you know, lip liner with the freaking clear gloss. But it's giving like 90s 2.0. I'm feeling this. Lip liner in this. This is like, And it makes your teeth look nice too. Yeah. Okay. I like. So to kind of wrap this up, I had been talking about everything else besides my last point. I wanted to talk about like getting myself together, you know, in conjunction to, you know, managing 2 YouTube channels, doing a Sephora squad. I also want to get myself together. You know, we are approaching Q4. You know, I know a lot of people in the content world that like to really talk about Q4 and stuff like that. But for me, I'm focusing more on me in Q4. I've been focusing on myself all year, but I really want to like really pour into myself. I really want to get like, and I don't like to be a lot of routine, but I really want to pour into myself in regards to like making sure I'm taking that time out to, you know, get those massages, you know, going to the gym, you know, sticking to it and not like having an excuse, you know what I mean? And just making sure I'm good, because you know, as you get older, things start cracking and making noise and all whistling, and you got to really think on top of that. So so I am here. We're going to go all about that, even on the second channel, the podcast, about just how we are going to care for ourselves. It's going to be like that guide for us middle-aged women, okay? It's going to be a guide. Because, you know, sometimes I feel like when I hear the word middle age, it's like, oh my God, I'm not there, I'm not 50. But, you know, in all reality, middle age is like 35. Because it all depends on your lifespan, family history, and things like that. You know, people live to be in their 60s, late 60s, 70s, you know, all depends on that, you know. So I even look at like the women in my family, like from like my great aunt to my aunts and things like that. I just look at all the different things, and it makes me think. Yeah, I sit back and I remember hearing this saying before. I know I'm gonna get the saying wrong, but the saying of, in your 20s, you're trying to kill yourself, you're drinking in college, having a good time, or it's not even in college, just having a good time. Your 30s, you're thinking about it. And in your 40s, you're trying to repair, you're trying to ask God for forgiveness, and you're just trying to repair your life so you can live longer and live healthy. And I feel like, I mean, I wasn't trying to kill myself in my 20s. And in my 30s, I darn sure wasn't. I was being a whole parent. But I feel like in my 40s, and my 40s is about to end soon, so I'm gonna be 49. So it's like, I sit back and I think, like, how I'm, you know, I'm doing things different in my life, you know. And it's about growth too, you know. You don't want to be the same person in your 20s, you don't want to be the same person in your 30s, you don't want to be the same person than yesterday, depending on what it is, you know. Growth is good, you know. So in saying all of that, here's a final look. We had our therapy session and I liked it. Let me know if you want more of these, like therapy, we talk and just getting through some things. But again, like I said, we're going to do more of these, more in depth, more conversational, and I might even do some on a live. I gotta see how I can do that, you know, podcast wise, so I can snatch the audio, because I can snatch the audio and I can put it on my my podcast platform where I distribute my stuff. So I'm gonna be researching that, because I would love to go live over on the second channel and have these conversations, and you guys are chiming in and we just talking about it. Ooh, I think that'd be nice. So let me get those opinions, okay? Talk to you guys later.